Whispering Pines, The Legend of Ethan and the Lost Father. Pa wouldn't just leave, not without saying goodbye. Something happened out there in the woods, and I'm going to find out what. The wind whispered through the trees, carrying with it the distant sound of rustling leaves and the occasional hoot of an owl. Ethan tightened his grip on the worn photograph of his father, determination burning in his eyes. The forest can be your friend, Ethan, but it's also full of mysteries. Respect it, and it might just reveal its secrets. He replayed his father's words in his mind, words that used to comfort him, but now felt like a riddle. Packing a small bag with a flashlight, a notebook and some snacks, Ethan slipped out of the house, under the cover of darkness. The night air was cool against his skin as he crossed the backyard and stepped into the dense woods. The forest was alive with sounds, the chirping of crickets, the occasional snap of a twig, but there was something else too, something beneath the surface, a presence he couldn't shake. Ethan pressed on, guided by the faint light of the moon filtering through the canopy. After hours of walking, he stumbled upon a clearing. At its center was an old campsite, abandoned and overgrown with moss. Among the remnants of a fire pit and tattered cloth, Ethan found a journal. It was his father's. His hands trembled as he opened it, the pages filled with hastily scrawled notes. It only comes when the moon is high and the world is silent. Beware the traps it sets, for they're not meant for animals. Ethan? The voice was barely audible, like a breath on the wind. He froze, his heart pounding in his chest. Slowly, he turned, but there was nothing there. Just shadows dancing in the moonlight. "Who are you? What do you want?" His voice echoed. In the emptiness, there was no reply, but the air felt heavier, as if the forest itself was listening. Gathering his courage, Ethan followed a faint trail of glowing footprints leading deeper into the woods. This must be it. Pa's been here. The footprints led him to a hidden cave, its entrance shrouded in vines. Inside, the walls were covered in ancient carvings depicting stories of the forest. One figure appeared repeatedly, a cloaked being setting traps and standing over lost travelers. At the center of the cave, Ethan found his father's hunting knife resting on a small altar. "Pa, what happened to you?" As if in response, a sudden gust of wind extinguished his flashlight. In the darkness, a voice spoke, deep and resonant, echoing off the stone walls. "He is part of the forest now, just as you will be. No, I'm not afraid of you." The voice chuckled, low and menacing. Two glowing eyes emerged from the shadows, followed by the figure from the carvings. It towered over Ethan, its face obscured, but its presence undeniable. Fear is not what the forest seeks. It seeks balance. Your father disturbed that balance, and he chose to stay to make amends. But he's my pa. I came to bring him home. Home. This is his home now, as it will be for you if you choose to stay. I'll do whatever it takes to bring him back. Tell me what I have to do." The figure extended a hand, revealing an ancient pendant glowing faintly in the darkness. "If you wish to save him, you must. Prove your worth. Restore the forest's balance. Only then will you understand." Taking the pendant, Ethan felt a surge of energy course through him. The figure vanished, leaving him alone in the cave. Clutching the pendant, Ethan stepped outside, where the forest seemed to shift around him. Animals appeared, watching him intently, as if waiting for him to act. Over the next few days, Ethan embarked on a series of trials. He repaired broken traps, planted seeds in barren soil, and cleared streams choked with debris. Each task was grueling, testing his strength and resolve. But with each success, the forest seemed to brighten, its energy restoring. On the final night, Ethan climbed to the top of a massive ancient tree. The pendant pulsed in his hand as he placed it on a glowing branch. Light erupted from the tree, spreading through the forest in waves. The air grew warmer, the sounds of life returning in full force. "You have done well. The forest accepts your offering." The figure reappeared, its voice softer now, almost reverent. Behind it, a figure stepped forward, Ethan's father, his face a mix of pride and sorrow. "Ethan, you've grown so much. I'm sorry I couldn't come back before, but I'm so proud of you. Pa, I came to bring you home. This is where I belong now, but I'll always be with you, watching over you. Go back to the town, son. Tell them the forest's story." Tears streamed down Ethan's face as he embraced his father one last time. When he stepped out of the cave, the forest glowed softly, as if thanking him. He walked back to Whispering Pines, the weight of the journey settling over him. Years later, Ethan sat by the fireplace, telling the story to his grandchildren. They listened with wide eyes, their imaginations running wild. Outside the window, the forest stood tall and silent, and somewhere in its depths, a shadowy figure watched over them, guarding the balance Ethan had restored. Immerse yourself in this unforgettable tale of mystery, courage, and sacrifice. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Prime AI to experience more captivating stories. Leave a comment below. What would you do if the forest called you?